Hello, Super Beanie-man here, back with part 7 of my Batman Vengeance PS2 Let's Play. Now, in part 6 we finally got out of the gasworks, and then Jim Gordon got twatted by a batarang, and now the police think that we attacked him, when really it was someone else in the shadows. So now we're getting a sort of police chase through the city, kind of like what the Spider-Man PS1 game had, where a helicopter's chasing you and you've got to run past bad guys and go over rooftops and stuff. This is quite a cool level, so yeah, it's much better than the gasworks. It's not as frustrating, but I've learnt a lesson here where I'm better off just gliding past as many enemies as possible. Unfortunately here I may have to fight them now because they're sort of knocking me off the ladder. So we'll go over there, I'll twat him one, and to my surprise, it actually goes down with one hit. The police in this game are just incredibly weak. I guess it's because they didn't want to show Batman, you know, viciously beating up police, you know, the good guys. So he just sort of, yeah, kind of takes them out with like a ninja chop and knocks them out straight away. Doesn't have to beat them down or anything, which I think is quite nice. It also makes this level a lot less frustrating. Yeah, so we're running through. Got to use our bat grapple now to swing up and connect to the next rooftop. You can hear the helicopter. It doesn't shoot at you too much. It is a bit of a fight with it later on, whereas now it's just more about traversing the rooftops and just getting out. One of the awkward things about this though is I don't actually know where I'm going. I'm sort of just running and seeing what's there. You know, very little does it sort of tell you, you know, this is where you're going, kind of thing. But luckily, I kind of figure it out as I'm going along, up until about here, where I'm like, okay, now I'm lost. But now I just need to jump over to that roof there. So you see the ladder, and that kind of gives it away. I kind of thought, oh, maybe there's something down here, but then I quickly realised, no, I've got to jump across there and jump across those and not land on the slope bit. So back up the ladder I go, and then we look that way. Obviously we've got to go to the lowest one first, jump over to that, and then slowly glide across the other bits. Camera's still a bit annoying, so we have to tap the button to centre it behind him and then glide over. Luckily auto grab there and there, and then away we go up onto the next roof. Again, visually this is great. It's very much like the cartoon of the 90s, so this is a cool looking level, and it's quite different to what's come before it, really. They've kind of mixed it up again, just like how the Spider-Man game did. I mean, that game sort of takes a lot. They've taken a lot of inspiration from the Spider-Man game for this game, I believe, and it's kind of all the better for it, really. So that door's locked. I think we need to get the key, or just smash that circuit board there. But I need to take that guy out because he's insistent on just shooting me. So again, knocked him out with 1 or 2 hits, and then I think I'd have to throw a batarang on that, even though it doesn't go red. Or does it go red? Yeah, it does. Okay, there we go. That's released the electric lock. Just let me go in here, and I've got a checkpoint. See, that's what's great about this level as well. You know, there isn't too much there, but I've got a checkpoint, and now we get like a, what is it, Resi Code Veronica style run where he's shattering all the glass. It's not quite as epic as that one. I do get hit a few times, but I'm out of there. Not too bad.
They've got a helicopter on me. I'm pinned.
So Batman's called for assistance because he's got a helicopter chasing him. And then we're into a area. I think we got there with the grapple hook. But is this the boss fight now? I can't remember. No, it's a bit more than the chase. Or is it? Yeah, so ideally you're going to avoid this sting because it does hurt you. This area doesn't look like I can get out of it. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go. I find the health, and I think, oh, maybe it's here. And it is, it's up there somewhere. I just gotta get the jumps right. So ignore that bit. Jump on there, that's it. Go up there. And then onto that roof there. That's it. Oh, the water tank thing. There we go. I'll get there in the end, look. And then we jump onto that ledge and go sneak around. So I think you could have just glided across to that balcony, we'll say, but I saw the ledge and I thought, well, I'll just play it safe. You can sort of see in the distance as well, it looks like another ledge, but as I was getting closer, it just looked like the little ledge I'm walking on is kind of broken away, so I was like, I can't get over there anyway. But I'm not sure now. It's hard to see in the preview window. But that might have been something over there. Maybe you have to glide to it. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out what to do with those doors by pressing triangle, but you're just hugging it. And then I got shot by the helicopter and I realised there was a ledge over there. So I glided to it, and that was that section done. And now we're on to a lift room, which is kind of a puzzle-ish sort of area. So the lift goes up and right the way down to the bottom of this room. And you kind of have to ride it up to a certain point. So I wasn't really sure what was going on here. And I thought maybe I have to go into that yellow bit there. But I was really paranoid that the lift was going to crush me. So I was trying to just play it safe. Then I noticed that switch there. I thought, oh, I can just try it with the batarang, but I couldn't. And then I was like, right, I'll go and get it. But then I heard the lift coming down. I was like, nope, let's just wait. So we're going to wait for the lift to come down. And then once it goes back up, we're going to quickly jump into the switch. I think it's a switch. And then I saw the red bit there, and I was like, oh, well, what's that all about? Do I have to break the thing so it drops? And then I realised, no, that's not actually a switch there. So up we go. And then I was like, right, I'm just going to jump on top of it and ride it up to the top and see what's there. So we just wait for that to come down. And then just jump on top of it. And away we go. So, riding it up to the top, I'm using the first person view just to see what's around, any ledges I need to jump to. And then I thought, fuck it, it's getting too high now, just get off it. I may have done that a bit too early, because I can't seem to pull myself up. So, I kind of fucked it there, so I've got to wait now again for it to go back up. But as you saw up there was this golden shimmering thing, and that's one of the pickups I need for this area. So back up we go, and then I'll go and get that pickup. And then the door requires a special key. So I'll just try it again. Nope, still requires a special key. So yeah, we go through this little tunnel-y bit here, and up the ladder, and we're in like a, I don't know what it is, a bank or something. And we get out of there, and we just immediately get shot by police. So I panic, I try and run around just to see what the camera's showing. I take him out, notice the door, and just go through there. And sort of back out the other side of this area. And then there's a ladder there. Finally spotted it. Up we go. See, this bit's it's fairly straightforward, this bit. There's not really too much difficulty involved and challenge involved with this. It's just a simple run through more than anything. Probably the main problem is just figuring out what way you should be going. Like there, I think that's probably the ledge I should have glided down to. And now I'm just sort of maybe aimlessly walking around. Oh no, yeah, that was where I was, sorry. That was when I was hugging the wall going across, and I thought there was a bit further on, but I thought the ledge had broke. Yeah, so now we're going. We've got some progress now. I'm trying to open the boarded up door, dude. So there's more people shooting, but I'm just... At this point, I just spent ages on that gasworks, and I had enough of the broken combat, and I just wanted to just get through it as quick as possible now. So I'm sort of just... I am in a way rushing, but this level is kind of like it's a chase sequence, so you're supposed to go quick anyway. You can see the helicopter searchlight on me there. It will start to shoot after a while. So yeah, I'm trying to get through quickly now. My patient levels have sort of they've gone down a bit, let's say. I think it'd be fair to say they have at this point. So we glide over there and we climb the ladder and go up in past this building. And then there's like a series of ladders now, I think this leads us up to the top where there's a boss fight with the helicopter. For some reason I got stuck on that wall there. I don't know why. And that's why I switched to the first person view, just to get me out of that awkward bit and make sure I don't fall off the edge. So yeah, we keep climbing. I think this section could have been a lot cooler if it was shooting more regularly. Yeah, or maybe like things were blowing up and stuff. But I guess they are police, so they're not going to be as aggressive. Say that and they're just shooting loads of electric balls, but yeah, so there we go. We're sort of up to the top now. Climb the ladder. And here we are. Get the power out. I spied that door. And straight through we go. Into the next room. Just checking it for collectibles. And this is a cool shot. I was expecting like an Uncharted bit here where it would blow up all the walkway behind me, but it never happened. But it still looked cool. And there we got another checkpoint. A lot of opening doors in this bit. Anyway, cutscene. Time to be quiet.
Almost there.
Don't move! Lie on the ground and place your hands behind your head. You have 5 seconds to comply. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so here is the helicopter boss fight. This boss fight, it's not too bad, to be fair. It didn't give me that much trouble, I think. I may have died once. I'm not sure. I know I wasn't on this for long, so it's no gasworks, that's for sure. So yeah, so I'm looking at him with the stun bombs, I think it is, because of the remote bombs, whatever, because they were the thing that was on the floor for me to pick up, so I figured it's got to be those. And then when I fired them and it didn't do nothing, I was like, no, it needs to be batarangs then. But that wasn't doing anything either. You've got to. The aim is to use the bombs on each of the helicopter searchlights. If you get it, but you've got to get it like dead center, otherwise it won't sort of connect and do anything. And that's probably the trickiest bit of this boss fight. But really, as long as you keep moving around, he can't really hurt you that much. And you kind of just wait until he stays still for a bit, and then you try and attack him. And the remote bombs respawn anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you waste a load, because you're going to get them back straight away anyway. So he kind of did me quite a bit there, because he fires a sequence of bullets, and they can sort of stun lock you. But yeah, the trick is to just keep moving. You can easily dodge them then. So yeah, I think I hit that one sort of centre, and that took out the one light, and a bit of his health is now gone. And then it's just a case of repeating that really for the rest of the lights and for the bit after it. As you can see though, I'm kind of missing quite a lot. It is a bit awkward. The the twin stick analog control. It's good enough for moving around, but precise aim like it wants you to do here, it's kind of a bit clunky, really. Yeah, I mean, I'm not completely blaming the controls. It is me as well. I am a bit rubbish at this, but the controls don't help matters. But there you go. I've got another one there, and he's nearly halfway now. I think I've got that one there. No, I didn't do it. Which was a bit bullshit because that one looked like it was right on it. Again, I'm kind of missing there. He's still green. I think I'm too far away now. He slowly comes down and then I can get him again. Yeah, see, that one's green. I got him anyway. I've got a sliver of health though. And he's now on half. He's now firing missiles, and this is why you need to keep moving. So that was a good shot. I managed to get him there. He's got maybe like a quarter of his health left. Pick up some more bombs. Try and get him now. It's quite close. Somehow missed. Somehow missed all but one there. And there you go. That's the helicopter gone. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty easy. And that is why Batman falls off that building. Because if you remember, after we beat... Oh God, who was it? I think it was Poison Ivy, wasn't it? After we beat her, we got this like flash forward thing. We didn't really know what was going on. And this is where Batgirl saves him.
To the Batcave now. And where does that leave us? A stolen blimp. The gasworks. I'm framed for injuring the one man on the police force who believes in me. Isaac Evers and Prometheum somehow in the middle of it all.
There has to be some connection.
Harley Quinn. She's been in on this the whole time.
Batman, where are you going?
Funnybone's warehouse.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Every cop in the city is looking for you.
Every cop in the city is looking for Batman. He's not going.
And here we have a undercover Bruce Wayne level, which when I first played this back in the day when it came out, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. I'm Bruce Wayne, baby. I think it's really cool. It's doing what I hate to keep mentioning it, but it's doing what the PS1 Spider-Man game did, and it's keeping things fresh between each set of levels. While you're kind of doing the same basic gameplay loop, the level design, the visual, and the scenarios, mix it all up and make something different. And here, we're Bruce Wayne. We haven't got all the gadgets now. We can still fight, but we can't glide and we can't use the batarangs and stuff like that as much as we could before. I think he gets a couple, maybe. And now we get some more puzzles. So this one I was a bit confused about first. I just thought I'll try and do a few numbers and just get lucky. But this one if you look at the bottom, underneath each wheel, there is a symbol. So we have on the left ears, middle is eyes, and the right is a pair of lips, so it's a mouth. So it's see, hear, speak, which is see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. So I've got to find something to do with those in this environment. And I think as I eventually give up on this wheel, I eventually notice statues. So there's statues around this area, and each one will have a different pose. So one might be covering its eyes, so that's the eye one in the middle of that wheel, and each one will have a number on it. I thought that was quite cool. So there you'll see one now as we go in this room. There's a statue in the corner there, and if I look in first person at the side of it, should be able to see a number. I don't know if you can see that on the capture. It's quite dark in here, but yeah, there's a number there. And now it's just a case of finding at least one more statue and seeing what the number is on that. So yeah, this is a sort of stealth puzzle section. So there's loads of searchlights around the area. I am supposed to avoid them. And now I'm just sort of looking aimlessly to find another one. Unfortunately, I think a searchlight hit me and I got stunned. And that was the end of that level. But I'm right there anyway. It's not too bad. So I now know what I'm looking for, basically. So as I'm going back around to where I was, I can keep an eye out for a statue that I might have missed. So I'll run around in first person, nice and quick, and go back around this side of the warehouse. And I think I spot one. Yep, there we go. There's a statue on the roof over there, look. And that one's the mouth. And was that number 9, was it? So I know the one in that building, and I know the one on top of that building. So I figured I'll just give it a go. So I know 2 of the numbers. There's 10 options. I'll just scroll through and try them all. It's not going to take me too long. So I am kind of cheating here, but it's, yeah. And luckily I got it on like one of the early attempts. So that was that first level, breaking in. Yeah, I quite liked that. It was something different that the game hasn't done before. And it's probably I would say the second best puzzle. I still think that first one with the pipes connecting the coloured laser lights to each other, I think that was probably the best one. So, after one great section, we now get a bit of a clunky level. This is like a warehouse, lots of crates stacked up on top of each other, and you've got to try and work your way up the crates to get past like a fence that's in the middle of the room, or something's blocking you basically. I think it's a fence or something, and you've just got to try and get up to high ground. But this game isn't a platformer, and it kind of shows here in how awkward this is to do. So I got up quite easily there, but I'm not at the right bit, or at least not the bit that I wanted to be at. I try and jump across, but there's no dedicated grab button, so you're at the mercy of the game doing it on whatever surface the game allows you to pull up on. So you could be at a sort of waist-high ledge, and if the game doesn't want you to be able to jump on top of it, it will never grab. So it's a bit of a clunky hit and miss, trial and error sort of bit. And luckily, I got fairly a fairly decent run through it. So I'm on top. I think you can sort of see that fence bit in the air in the background there. And I'm trying to figure out how I go around. So I figured this beam here might help, and I'll go around this way, work my way across. It seemed to be where it was guiding me with the layout of the crates, but I still wasn't 100%. And for some reason, I tried to jump to that one, which was a big mistake because I should have went to the right. I don't know why I went for that. I think it was just because it was higher. I thought I don't want to be going down, but that was my mistake there. But luckily, I could still get up those crates, so I've not lost too much progress there. What a jump that was. So now I'm just looking around trying to figure out where I go. I figure if I drop down to there, I can get into that middle crate. That's it, look, it's a crate, a wall of crates that's blocking me. So I jump over there, thankfully he grabs, and then I'm out of that awkward platformy section. And now we can progress with the rest of this level. So now I'm fighting as Bruce Wayne. But I like how they give him a disguise, because obviously if he's walking around as Bruce, everyone's going to know his face. So I like how he has that beard and then maybe even contact lenses and the scar on his face. I think that's quite cool. I'm not sure whether that was in the cartoon or not, but either way, it's still nice. It's a nice touch. You can tell that they've thought about the character. You know, it's not just it just won't be in the cape, it'll be fine. Yeah, I thought, well, he can't go as Bruce because if he starts beating up people, they're gonna start asking questions, and they didn't need to do that. They could have just gone with Bruce Wayne, but they took the time to be like, no, he would need a disguise for his public face. And so I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, now we're going to another sort of puzzle room. So these Bruce Wayne sections, as you can see, there's a little bit of combat, but they're mostly sort of, each area has its own little puzzle. So we had those statue switches with the code. We had the crate puzzle, which path do we go? Now we have these locked doors that we need to flick various switches to unlock them, basically. And there's a little trick to the doors. I get a nice little stealth takedown there. Handcuffed him. He didn't know what was coming. Now it's just a case of finding the switches. So there's a lever there, and that unlocks a door elsewhere, I believe. Yep, so there we go. We can go through that door now. Just gotta take this dude out. And these power moves definitely helped me later on in the game. I kind of wish I knew them from the start, but that was my fault. So we'll use some of those now. I think. Right there. Take him out. Takes off so much of their health. It's really good. What? I love that. So through there, I think there's some health in that corner or something I'm trying to get. Yeah. So that pulled a switch. And I wasn't sure what that one did because the door in there is still locked. And then it pulls back up again. I was like, well, what the hell's that? I'm not really sure at this point what to do. So I'm sort of just aimlessly running around. And then the door locks again behind me, and I was like, fucking asshole. So now I have to go back in there, do the switch in there to unlock that other door, and then go back that way. I was like, fucking wanker. And I still don't know what that original switch that I pressed in here does. So I'm a bit confused at this point. But I think this is a decent place to leave this video because it's about 30 minutes now, and I probably bored you all enough already. But if you have made it to the end, thank you very, very much for watching. We are almost at the end of the Batman playthrough now, so please tune in for the next part, and I will see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.